Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. While there is little love here for the president, the big question is how much love for Biden. To win PA, Democrats need strong turnout. Just this week, the city was once again a hot spot after the shooting death of a black man by police. Zoe Sturgis protested for racial justice this summer.
Zoe, I saw this picture of you, your hands in the air. You and thousands of others came out to protest in Philadelphia. But I do wonder, Zoe, will they come out to vote?
I hope so. And, you know, I really hope that Biden sees the amount of enthusiasm there is for police reform.
Are you enthusiastic about Joe Biden and Senator Harris or not?
I'm not super enthusiastic about them because Kamala Harris's record as a DA, especially putting the parents of truant children in jail, is pretty upsetting to me.
Senator Harris has since expressed regret over that policy, but she and Biden still face the challenge Clinton had, getting that progressive voter to be enthusiastic.
Voting for Joe Biden is like going to the bathroom in a porta potty. It's not what you want to do, but if you're considering it, it's probably your best option.
I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden because he's the Democratic option, but I don't love him the most.
Who are you more into in the primary?
I was much more of a Bernie bro.
What about Biden?
I really like him because he will unite the country.
Adele Schneider is originally from South Africa, while Gordy Cohen is from Canada. Both are U.S. citizens.
I'm disturbed by the roughly 40% who respect the words of what we see as a demagogue and his many untruths.
I'm feeling very much like it's becoming how South Africa was under apartheid. It's beginning to feel like we have a dictator whose party just goes along with him.
And many other core Democrats like Biden. They see him as a continuation of the Obama coalition.
For 8 years, Joe was the last one in the room when I faced a big decision. He made me a better president.
Is Joe Biden's connection to President Obama going to help him in Philadelphia and outside of Philly?
I believe so, because they've already seen him for 8 years.
Next stop, the Philly suburbs. This is where I grew up, and for decades, it's been a crucial national political battleground, mostly white with a moderate streak. But the nation's raging debates, they're raging here too, especially the president's law and order message.
We have these policemen that have been dealing with a lot, and they're being demoralized.
Tina Hamilton organized a Back the Blue rally this summer in Upper Darby.
You've been out there protesting in favor of President Trump, supporting police officers. Why is that so important to you?
Law and order, safety. I don't want it to be like a free-for-all and a lot of crime.
Tina, did you support President Trump in 2016?
Yes, I did. I think that he's more for America than anybody I can think of right now.
There was unrest here in Upper Darby over the summer amid protests nationwide. The town has a Democratic mayor, Barbara Ann Keffer.
What's changing politically in your area?
The demographics are changing. Republicans are moving further west as part of the kind of like white flight.
Nearby, GOP activist Chris Mundiath says he supported other Republicans in 2016, but ended up voting for Trump.
As soon as he became the nominee, I was convinced that he would be the right person to lead the country.
Donald Trump is my president.
This year, Chris was featured in an ad supporting the president.
The Democrats are trying to overturn the election.
But in recent weeks, he turned.
I changed my mind because of Donald Trump's debate performance and Judge Coney's super spreader event, and the fact that he got coronavirus thought was very irresponsible. He didn't care about masks, and I will not be voting for him this year in this election.
But there were undecided Republicans in the burbs in late October. Mary Landers is a Republican who voted for Clinton 4 years ago.
I would say at that point, last time I wasn't such a huge fan of hers, but I felt that kind of what would happen with Trump did happen with Trump, that he kind of would make everybody anxious.
But she's not sure about Biden.
I'm concerned about a lot of the things that are happening in various cities around the country, protests, the upheaval, and I'm nervous about that happening.
I'm a rare gay Republican, and I've lost a lot of gay friends who don't talk to me anymore, but that's their loss, not mine.
Former school teacher Frank Guglielmelli is a Trump supporter, fed up with the pandemic.
Why do closings frustrate you so much?
Because people are losing their jobs. People are losing their houses. Doesn't that bother you?
Do you think that pushes voters?
Doesn't that bother you?
It's an economic crisis, no doubt about it.
Does that not bother you, sir?
As a reporter, it bothers me to see anybody in pain.
There you go.
Do you believe all of these closings will push people toward Trump?
I believe the people who own these businesses and their families will be pushed towards Donald Trump. Yes, I do.
Hey, out there in Montgomery County, Bucks County, Chester County, Philadelphia, this is Stan Casascio.
Stan's a radio host and Trump backer.
What's your read on the race? Where does it stand?
My feeling is similar to what happened in 2016, that there is this enthusiasm that is not being picked up by anyone.
David DiGregorio is a retired postal worker and anything but a silent Trumper.
What about the Supreme Court vacancy?
Yes.
Why did you put your hands in the air like that?
I'm ecstatic. It took us how many decades? We got a majority on the Supreme Court, and now Democrats, it can't be, we got to stack it. Look at the people he's put there. Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, Barrett, these are solid people. You got to get limited government. You got to get the rule of law.
My final chat in the suburbs was with 23-year-old Hafiz Tunis, a Democratic councilman who's excited and inspired to vote this year.
What about Senator Kamala Harris? What has her entry into this race meant to you?
I personally really was in favor of a woman candidate for president. As a Black American, it's also very inspirational to see a strong Black woman.
Next stop, Luzerne County, up in the Northeast. It voted for Obama twice, and then Trump in 2016. My sources in both campaigns tell me it's the battleground within the battleground, and it's not far from Biden's hometown of Scranton. We went to Exeter, where tributes to the military are everywhere, including banners showing residents who served. At the VFW Hall, the president is popular.
I think he's doing a lot of good for the country. Anything that you could really ask for, he's been doing. He needs to stay off Twitter a little bit and stop being cocky, but he's the man for the job.
Down the street, we found signs for both candidates. Joanne Kogoy has Biden signs in front of her house. Across the street is a banner showing her in the Air Force. She doesn't understand her neighbors who back Trump.
When the Republicans want to cut Medicare and Social Security, it's like punching yourself in the face. I don't understand. I really don't. I think a lot of people in this area, maybe Luzerne County, I'm just guessing, a lot of the immigrants, I think might have bothered them. Trump started to preach his hate, and it just fed into them.
And at the end of every day, she follows a ritual.
I take my signs in every night. I don't leave them out.